We now return to the soap opera of the week as Oz turns.
Scarecrow, I know you've been in a coma ever since that helicopter accident during the Caribbean cruise, and you've had amnesia, insomnia, and ambrosia. But I have something I need to confess to you.
What?
This is your son.
No, I may not have a brain, but I have a heart. And something tells me that something doesn't look right about that kid. Besides, I have something of my own to confess.
What is it, Scarecrow? I'm you. But I still love you. Then who am I? You are him. I don't care. I still love you. Dad.
Hello? Hello? Party people?
It's your neon nectarine MC Popsicle! Yeah! Oh, thank you. And things you need to know before watching this episode. This is part 2 of the review of Return to Oz. These are the bullet points. It is a sequel, not a prequel. Even though Dorothy's younger in this one, that doesn't matter. Also, Dorothy wakes up in an insane asylum at the beginning and she's getting electroshock therapy. Fun for all ages. And she mysteriously gets sent back to Oz and everything is creepy and horrible. She meets these people called the Wheelers, which are all nightmare fuel, and she has been captured by an evil witch. And that's where we start in this episode. Also, shout out to 1428 Nightmare Studios. They made this face shield really awesome. And without further ado, part 2.
So they find out that there's this witch that lives in Oz, basically alone, and there are all these statues, and some of the statues don't have heads because she takes their heads and puts them on her body. So she kidnaps Dorothy and locks her in this room. So
An insult to injury. She's like, you're not like beautiful or anything, but you're fine enough. We'll just like kind of keep you locked in this room until your head's ready to be harvested is essentially how
wake
she
up,
decided.
people!
Right!
No
yeah.
more flazzle-dee-dazzle-dee. This is hard tea.
I'm like, at least tell her she's cute before you...
It's like, you're ugly, but I can use your head when I go to like Waffle House at 3 in the morning or something.
This is my Walmart head, okay.
Yeah, these will be like my easygoing, woke up like this type situation. But so they break out, they get this magic dust that turns things to life, and so to escape, they build something to turn to life, which is just a horrible abomination. They take this like moose head and glue it on a sofa and give it ferns for wings, and then bring it to life.
It's
and
like
I was like,
2 sofas.
yeah,
Like,
tied together
with
with rope, and it's like, just kill him. Like,
Oh, man.
abomination. Like, talk about not wanting to be alive. So they bring this thing to life, this horrible creature that's just, like, that's what you would think, but he's just a happy-go-lucky, like, I don't really care.
No, he basically wakes up and says it's fine if I just die. Like, I'm not...
So they fly a sofa with ferns attached to it out of the building. Not very aerodynamic whatsoever. But they fly, but before that they find this pumpkin head guy, and they couldn't afford to make his mouth move. What was his name?
Jack Pumpkinhead.
Jack
right?
Pumpkinhead.
Yeah,
Super creative. But they didn't get enough funding to make his mouth move. Disney. So he's just like, hey, like he has no expression and his mouth never moves. Like, It's like Power Rangers characters, basically. So they find out the Gnome King is like in charge of everything. And he's like, he has these like golem creatures that like just kind of any rocks they kind of like slide into, and it's like claymation. Looks really creepy. And they find the Gnome King. The Gnome King is wearing Dorothy's ruby slippers and said that they can't, and that all of her friends have been turned into either stone or an ornament. He has a room full of ornaments that he just likes to have, I guess. And he says if she can pick which ornament is her friend's, that they will be brought back to life. And she agrees, without knowing the consequences of picking the wrong thing.
Right, yeah, it doesn't ask any questions. Right.
So, what happened after that?
So they go in one at a time, in order, like, so, from, like, in order of how stupid they are, right? So they put
So
the
they all go
dumbbells in
first. No.
Right, yeah. So they all hold hands. No. So they send in Jack, who's, I guess, the biggest dingus. Or do they send in the couch?
No, they send in the couch. He's had a terrible life. They just fly him, he's a horrible creature, and then they're like, you go die. We'll see what happens with you. So we're like, we don't like you, we don't care about you, you go.
Right. And TikTok's like, hey, Dorothy, like, wind up my intelligence, like, ratchet that up. And she's like, yeah, cool, I got you. And he goes in before Dorothy, and it's like the king gets a message from one of the rocks that's like, oh, hey, yeah, so, like, the robot is standing, like, stock still in the middle of the room, just not doing anything. And then Dorothy's like, oh, yeah, I forgot to wind up his action. But, yeah, so then Dorothy goes in, King says it's totally chill.
Everybody's been turned to stone at this point,
Thank you,
besides
yes.
TikTok and Dorothy.
Right. And then the king's like, it's chill, go in, wind him up, and that's, you know, that's fine, then you can have your turn when he's done. And so it turns out that was like a ruse, right?
Yeah, he didn't
Super
tell them that if they
intelligent.
guess wrong, they get turned into rocks. No, they get turned into ornaments as well.
Yeah.
So then they figure out the foolproof thing that everything green is their friends. Doesn't make much sense, but so they start
City, but,
they start picking all the right ones. Then the king gets mad, who turns into a human and then claymation, and then a human and then claymation. It's very strange. He was a good actor though. I liked that guy.
Yeah.
The acting was not bad. Like, you can watch this and it's pretty good. It reminds me of the Never-Ending Story.
Yeah.
But anyway, he finds out that they are picking the right ones and gets really mad and decides, screw this, I'm just gonna eat them all. So he starts eating them, and the chicken that was with Dorothy the whole time was inside Pumpkinhead Jack's head, like hiding. They're all terribly afraid of chickens, and they've been building this up the whole movie, but you don't know why. So he picks up Pumpkin Jack, he's about to eat him, and then the chicken in his head gets scared and drops an egg. So the egg falls through his throat, and he freaks out, and he's like, poison, poison, blah. And then it was just like that. And then he basically melts, and they can turn everybody back normal again. So they bring their friends back. They bring back the Scarecrow, which is the most terrifying thing that I've ever seen in my entire life. His mouth doesn't move. He has dead eyes, and he's just like, and it's terrible. So they bring everybody back, and then Dorothy's like, I need to go. I've got to go home. Gotta go home, because that's like the first movie. But what is she going back home to? I've got to get back to the insane asylum before 9:30.
yeah, they want to make her a queen.
They're gonna, yeah,
Like,
everyone loves her. They
she's
want to
a
make her a
hero.
queen. There, she's a queen. Everyone loves her. Like, she's basically the hero of the entire world. She's like, no.
Gotta go get my brains shocked out of my head.
Yeah,
Like,
my family hates me. Gotta get back to them so they can shock my brains until I'm a vegetable. That's what we gotta do. So she gets back, and then everybody's like, oh, Dorothy, we love you so much. Everything's fine now for some reason. Oh yeah, they arrested the guy that ran the clinic or something, and then everybody's just happy with her and don't think she's crazy anymore, and ta-da! But yeah, that was it. And overall, pretty interesting.
it was, yeah.
If you like Wizard of Oz, it's very weird. It's like a weird shadow version of Wizard of Oz. Very creepy. Everything is so strange and not like you live in the uncanny valley when you watch this movie. Everything is kind of like, huh? Say what? Why did you do that? Why do you look like this? Please don't hurt me. If you want to feel like that for like 2 hours, then this is the movie for you. What do you think of it?
I liked it. I mean, I think you prepared me a little bit for just how messed up it was going to be, so I think I might have been a little bit more put off if I didn't realize what I was getting into going in, but yeah, I mean, no, not bad. It kept my attention, and like you said, good acting.
Yeah, it was pretty good. All the actors were on point. It was just everything was hideously ugly and very
just
confusing.
kind of wrong, yeah.
But yeah, that was it.
Woo!
Thank you guys so much for watching. Shout out to my sponsors. Got a brand new sponsor. The Choti made my necklace, and it's very cool. They do a bunch of deals and stuff, so make sure to hit them up on Instagram. I love it, and you can like open cans with it and do all kinds of crazy stuff. Super awesome. Also, Filthy Shades. These are amazing. These are my favorite glasses that I've ever had. Also, check out this hat. This is the Sandwich Cat's Meow makes this, and it's a fanny pack and a hat at the same time. If you know me, and it's neon, so if you know me, this is like the most perfect thing that could ever exist. So I love this. Also, shout out to my boys and girls at Sticker Yeti. They made my stickers, they'll make some for you. Make sure to hit them up. Also, Fanny Supply Company makes my fanny pack. Super cool. PrettyMirror.com, they make my special effects contacts. I love them. Cafe du Chateau, they just sent me a French press. They're the best in the business. Hit them up also. And last but definitely not least, Emerald Coast Pools. If you need a pool fixed or hot tub, anything like that, hit them up. Also, I'm in a movie right now.
Woo.
I was just in a movie. It's a scary movie. It's gonna be really good. It's called Tad Caldwell and the Monster Kids. That's gonna come out soon, so make sure to check that out. Please support it. My character's name is in the title of the movie, but I'm not telling you what it is.
Wow.
And also check out Popsicle World. That is a full movie that I'm making. I put out 2 minutes a week. Make sure to hit them up. Also, one of my sponsors of that movie is Vertstar. They make all my clothes for the movie. So yeah, thank you guys very much. Sorry I haven't been doing as much stuff lately. I've been moving and in a movie and just being good looking, you know? Also, Hogsworth, what did you think about the movie? Alright, that is all that needs to be said. Have a good night, everybody, and happy International Hoglet Day.
That's right.
See you later.